Greetings, my fellow travelers. We're on the bridge of the Carrie Fisher, and I've just done something of an overhaul of the secondary landing pads in the back of the upper deck. You'll see what I mean. And, well, this is the main room, the main deck. It's inspired by a video. I'll put the link in the description because right now the name escapes me. There's certain symmetry of starting off and branching off things. And on the subject of symmetry, transporter pad, Stargate, transporter pad, branching off corridor, rooms, and section. Start off with the section. It's security office, the vaults. They are at this point numbered and color coded. The construction terminal and the scientist terminal. Well, the construction terminal is the GEC overseer, so he counts pennies or credits and controls the vault area. The scientist accesses some of the rare and exotic materials contained thereof. And, well, kind of hard to make this thing exciting. It's just a bunch of terminals for some hollow storage. Still not clear how that works. I mean, I can understand the cubes just a little bit better. All right. Sitting area for staff to relax in, and this would be the staff of the fleet command section. Okay, I've actually switched transporter pads around. This one goes to the two big square ones, and this goes to the rectangular one. And refiners. All right. Yeah, we're on the lower dorsal deck of the freighter. And if this actually was a Star Destroyer, that would be your bridge tower. And whereas that would be the flight operations section of the bridge. I've reoriented the transporter pad after removing this section. All right, there's a connector. Main room, crew quarters, mini theater. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 of these double bunk beds for sailors, so 24. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 single bunks for petty officers and chief petty officers. And as they don't have a locker built in, any need to hang clothes would be these assigned lockers. Right, lighting is good right now. Um, for the sake of argument, there's a set of doors there and they lead to the lavatories. Really can't be bothered, to be honest. Bathrooms are starting to be my bane because they're so much work for so little return. All right, life support / greenhouse. Invisible grass, what can I say? All right, there are 4 nip here, and 4 nip here. Each biodome on the rear deck, the upper deck, contains 16, so between this section and that section, you got 40. All right, well, no time like the present. Small eating area currently not being used. Small eating area currently being used. And, yeah, farmer, i.e. life support technicians, station. $16. Should be in the freighter section. There it is. So do that 5 days in a row and you get 200 nip, which is a little fortune. This was fun. I'd like to thank Beeblebums for his excellent freighter glitching video. This one is the slide glitch. So basically, imagine the top part missing and extending the deck up to just where it lines up with the bottom part. Install and where the bottom part is, a couple of the floor plans. Sorry, not floor plans, but exterior platforms. So what you do is, at the top, you have the stairs connecting to the platform, aiming down, and you push on the joystick so it goes down, and as it turns red, you hit the trigger. If you get it just right, it attaches to the lower platforms, which you then proceed to eliminate the various platforms and just connect a new bridge section to the top deck. It lines up. It thinks it's lining up with a platform, and the bottom one thinks it's lining up with the platform, so there's a tiny little landing. And maybe, just maybe, I'll make an effort one of these days to try to reorient that guy because he's not well lined up. The problem is I was using, yeah, you see what I mean? I was using the illuminated flower pot, and only towards the end did I realize, hey, maybe I should use something rectangular like a crate or one of these guys, or even better yet, this guy's even more rectangular. So that way you can, assuming that when you start off, you're perfectly lined up. Then you cache the landing pad, select the crate duplicate, lined it up perfectly with whatever point of reference is on the ground, bang. And if it, in theory, it should give you something that's perfectly lined up. Like this guy here. This guy's almost perfectly lined up. The first one I put down, actually. This guy, not so much. But again, we're doing something the game developers either haven't anticipated, don't approve of, or for some arbitrary reason decided that, well, this is just not going to be in the build menu. We're going to have two different build menus depending on where you are. And you can use the parts, but you have to wire glitch. I really hope it's not some sort of convoluted thing. I really hope it's more a case of two different teams and people who, well, the freighter parts were done later on, had no choice but to include a certain amount of, well, parts, or else they would have fully anticipated that players would have been screaming blue murder. Now, short of cargo, why would any of this stuff be relevant? I have no clue. But that's where we stand. So, freed up top here. And yeah, so the inside is done. The top part is done. This baby is done. What can I say? Maybe one of these days I'll feel the need to expand. Technically speaking, I should be able to just tack on stuff to him. Yeah, absolutely. And the irony is that you cannot power the teleporter. To do that, I would actually have to have this somehow connected to this. Maybe you have, section going on here and put the teleporter in there. But for now, I like the effect. I plopped down the platform, kind of look but it served as a reference point because, yes, since we are on board the freighter parts will snap on to another freighter part, even if it's wire glitch somewhere it's not normally is. And yeah. Oh yeah, I was thinking about putting a bunch of antennas. I'll go pull them out of the vault and take it from there. Cheers, my fellow travelers.